in my university, I was amongst the top 5 best students. I would win so many honorary credential awards, and I would get scholarships each and every year. Hello everyone, my name is Staissy. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Zimbabwe. I came to China in 2017 and I was studying international law. I graduated last year in June. Right now I'm working as an ESL teacher at an international kindergarten. My perception of China before and after arrival, before I came to China, I thought Chinese are so accommodative. But after spending like 1 year here, things really changed for me. I noticed that they're actually low-key racist. Yeah. And what I actually noticed that it was true even when I was still home was the issue that it's really affordable to stay in China, which didn't change even till now. Yeah. My school life in China, I have to be honest, I cannot really say I had a good time studying in this country because I faced a lot of challenges because of my skin color too. Like I said earlier on, I was studying international law, but it's actually something that I didn't want to study. And even in the beginning, I didn't want to come to China, but it was because my little brother was already here. And my family, they always think that I'm the big baby of the family. So my father was feeling insecure for me to be alone in another country. So I had to come to China where my brother was, and we're actually in the same university, studying the same program. And studying international law, it was quite broad because I covered courses like criminal law, intellectual property law, civil law, international environmental law, like just to mention a few. And mainly I was focusing on the Chinese and the American law. And in my university, I was amongst the top 5 best students. I would win so many honorary credential awards, and I would get scholarships each and every year. Yeah. And even when I graduated, my GPA was quite good. It was quite good, yeah. About my job as an international English teacher, I like it in the sense that I'll be hanging around kids because I love kids, especially the ones that are from 2 to 6 year old. In my class, I teach the ones that are 5 to 6 years. 5 to 6 years, and at times it's fun at my workplace, but there's a lot of competition, especially when there are white teachers there, and at times you feel like you're being suppressed, and there's also racism from your bosses if there is a white teacher. But it depends at times. At times I like it when I just ignore the part that they are racist and then I just focus on the company of kids because they are innocent. They don't know anything. So apart from the racism, yeah, I think my work is okay. And I work from Mondays to Fridays from 8 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. And sometimes on weekends, especially Saturdays, I can have some part-time one-on-one classes with a few students in my school. About my social life, entertaining myself, I'm someone who loves, I'm an outgoing person. I love going to the club so much with my friends. And I also enjoy doing outdoor games. And I'm not like an indoor person per se. I can just say I love going to the club most of the times. Yeah. And I often meet my friends, I think twice twice every week. And the kind of friends that I have, they're also different. I feel like I'm so hyper. They are like a bit low-key when it comes to going to the club and having some outdoor activities. But I like the fact that they support me every time. When I want to do something, they can just join me anytime. When I'm home, I'll be just watching movies, playing with my cat, and maybe making some calls back home to talk to my daughter and my mom. Yeah, the way I would entertain myself from home and here, it's different in the sense that back home it was very, very expensive and not also safe, like in terms of going out at midnight, like to the clubs. And also the fact that I was still staying with my parents. I had like curfew. It wasn't that nice compared to here in China. I'm a bit independent and I can go out anytime I want, and things are affordable here. I can afford to buy myself liquor throughout the night and everything. So that's how it's just different. The cost of living here, I think it's not that expensive compared to back home. Because for myself, I stay in a very affordable apartment, and also I work very close to my house. So I usually use a subway like every day, and it just costs like five yuan, 5 RMB. Yeah, it's quite reasonable, and I don't really spend a lot of money because I go out occasionally, not like every weekend, and also about like bills, I think they're also reasonable because like in my apartment, if I just buy maybe electricity for 200 RMB, I can last for the whole month, which is quite cheap. And I'm someone who loves cooking. I don't like eating out a lot. I barely eat out. Maybe I can eat out when I'm going to the club or meeting my friends, maybe in the CBD in Sunday too. But I usually cook at home, which is quite like not expensive for me. Staying here in China for now, I'm just trying to buy a bit of time so that I can relocate to another country. I don't plan to stay here any longer. I'm actually planning to relocate to the UK probably in the next 8 months or so. I've actually started the process right now. And the reason why I want to leave China and go to another country is because I haven't seen my daughter for like 5 years, and I've researched and tried by all means to make her come to China to stay with me, but it's really, really hard. It's not a free country, and it's really hard for you to achieve some of your goals. So right now I'm working on going to the UK, and it's not easy, but so far with how I've started the process, I can see that I'm able to also like relocate there with my kid, which is a huge advantage for me. All I just want to say is if you plan to come to China, just come to study, and when you just finish, just go back to your country. Don't plan to stay here because it's not really a comfortable country to stay in. There's racism, and it's so unhealthy. It even disturbs you mentally here because, for instance, even when you're walking like around, even in the subway stations, even if you sit as a black person, they can just all stand up, and at times they can just cover their noses, sorry. Some they can even just spit when they see you. So it's not a good country to stay in for a long time. So I'll just advise people to just come here. You finish your studies, you go back to your country, or you just go to other countries that are not racist. Yeah.
I didn't know that students who are living on campus during the COVID-19, they find a way to motivate us to study well and for us to, not overthink ourselves. So they develop this kind of excellence scholarship just to give us some reward and help us study well, as compared to maybe some universities way back in our countries, it was like, you don't care, you don't even know the lecturer doesn't know you, but here it's like you know yourself. So I like the education here very much.